probably one of the most eventful regular season games you'll see. You had a head coach get ejected in a double tech in the blink of an eye. Had a player get ejected for making
White got ejected, didn't he?
with the referee. All around, just a very kind of bizarre game. But the Bulls came out on top, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I want to start in the first quarter. So our last show, I dogged Pat real hard. And I know this isn't going to look good if you look at the box score. Now, if you took time to watch the game, I don't know how you feel, and I want to give you the floor to this when I bring it up. But listen, man, he ran out there with conviction. He set screens for DeMar. He was putting his body on the line. He was hustling on both ends of the court. He was trying to be aggressive tonight. And I feel like, hey, man, I'm not dogging him for a 2-for-7 performance because he really did look for his shot, and it wasn't just bullshit shots. He really did look for it, and he was really trying to assert himself. I mean, we were getting our asses whipped, and his eventual replacements within the game itself led to the run that we went on to kind of make things happen. But in 15 minutes, 2-for-7, 4 points, 3 boards, 1 block. Again, it's not a sexy stat line, Goose, but there was a little aggressiveness there, and that's what I dogged him on. I didn't dog him on talent last time. I dogged him on the mindset and the aggressiveness, and I felt like he at least tried to do that a little bit tonight.
I don't know. I feel like your guilt is getting the best of you, and you're giving
Patrick. You think I feel bad?
I think you feel bad.
Why you got to do that, man? I'm trying to be an analyst here.
I think you said that you're going to put him on ice, and you're feeling a little guilty. And while I do think we saw a more aggressive, more attentive Pat, we also didn't see Pat for the remainder of the first half.
He played 6 minutes in the first half, Goose.
And I do think a lot of that is because Jason Tatum scored 15 points in the first 8 minutes of the game that Pat was on the floor. Once again, Pat's primary matchup torched Pat. The man cannot get around a screen. He's put in a pick and roll situation, and he's dead as a doorknob as soon as he hits the body. And it's tough to watch. And unfortunately, Javonte is the complete opposite. That dude will literally run through somebody's human anatomy to get through a screen and be on the other side of it by the time they're putting up a jumper. And that difference is rough because what Pat's supposed to be able to hang his head on is his defensive versatility in that side of the ball, where he's supposed to make up for our stars and where they lack, while, forfeiting his abilities on the offensive end to play making, be a more ball dominant player. So I think anybody and everybody can agree that Pat's situation in the starting lineup just isn't ideal. Like, you're being asked to be a defensive stopper. They're asking you to stop Jason Tatum, and you're not really getting the offensive touches that you deserve, and you're really not capable of playing either of those roles. So it is really hard to sit here and continue to dog a 21-year-old who we simply just want to see more out of. But I do think in this grand scheme, it is going to come down to Billy to make the move to put him on the bench where the ball can be in his hands more offensively, and you can maybe hide him with Caruso and not make him have to defend the other team's best player or a stretch four that just has him out of his depths on the defensive end.
Right. And again, I might have felt a little bad after dogging the 21-year-old. But I'm going to stick with what I said. I felt like he was a little bit more aggressive. He tried to assert himself. But to your point about Billy Donovan and having to look at what this lineup should be or might become, I think you're starting to see the seeds be planted here. Patrick even still, yes, he tried, but he's not taking advantage of the gift that has been I guess it has. It's been a gift. It's been a gift. It's been given to him, the starting position. He really didn't have to work for it. He got it last year. They expect big things he had it his rookie year.
Yeah, and, since he got drafted.
Right. So,
he knocked Lowry Markkanen out of it, got Lowry traded out of town, and he's held that starting spot ever since.
So with that being said, I'm looking at the bench minutes here. I'm looking at 17 minutes for Javonte Green, who finishes a +2 in the plus-minus, if you dig that kind of thing. Patrick Williams was -9. It's -9. 15 minutes, matching Patrick Williams in his 15 minutes, was Derek Jones Jr. We went 11-man rotation tonight. Billy did that in the first half. 11-man rotation within the first half of the game. And DJJ came in, and Goose, he was unreal. Defensively, he provided a huge spark. He gives you 10 points off the bench, 2 for 4 shooting, hit 6 free throws on 6 attempts. He hit all of them. 2 boards, 10 points, an assist. He was unbelievable.
Those 10 points came in that second quarter too. He
really helped ignite that run
and seized that opportunity and really used his athleticism to just do absolutely everything and anything that he could on the floor.
Yeah, I really felt that him coming in. I mean, this kid is him and Javante just might be a tag team action here at the 4 spot. Honestly, all these teams are playing all these teams are playing, small ball these days. You never get blocked here, brother. Our boy Senor Socks in the comments on YouTube. If you're not in the comments with Senor Socks on YouTube, then what the fuck are you doing with your life? I'm not really sure. But yeah, I feel like these seeds could be getting planted for hypothetically here, if Pat keeps doing this kind of shit, why not start a game with Javante? Why not start a game with DJJ? Why?
You're playing 3 guys that play the same position close to the exact same amount of minutes. You are throwing it out there that this spot is up for grabs. I was genuinely shocked to actually see Pat in the starting lineup again tonight.
I was too. I didn't think
the way Pat walked out to be in the starting lineup, Pat looked a little shocked or even kind of defeated that he was being put back in the starting lineup after kind of having that awkward withdrawal from the rotation in the last game.
Right.
And then once again, encountering that tonight. So I'm curious to see what his comments in the post game were.
Yeah, I'll be watching that pretty closely.
Once we finish up here to see how he's handling this. Are we putting Pat in Kobe White territory where we are playing with his mental and his confidence too much to where you just simply can't do it? You need to commit to either putting this guy on the bench because it's best for him in his opportunity and his growth to showcase what he's capable of with the second unit away from 3 All-Stars, because we hear him continually saying in these post-game pressers how playing with All-Stars is really hard. You're catering to them, and then it's hard to get yours. And he's really, bought into that mentality, and because of that, the best move for him is to go to the bench.
Yeah, but he's getting outperformed by people that are bench warmers already.